All right, boys and girls, in honor of our pumpkin chunking activity, I'm going to read one of my favorite books, Pumpkin Jack, to you. So I hope you enjoy it. When Tim carved his first pumpkin, it was fierce and funny and just perfect. A jack-o'-lantern this good deserved a name, so Tim gave it one. Jack. I think that's a good pumpkin name. Long after the best trick-or-treat candy was eaten, Tim still kept Jack. At night, when a candle made Jack's face dance on the wall and filled the dark room with warm pumpkin smells, Tim felt Jack was almost magic. Yet too soon, the spell was broken. This pumpkin is beginning to rot, announced his mom. It's time to throw it out. Tim knew it was useless to argue. He carried Jack to the garden, which was filled with the brown ghost of last summer's plants. A dead garden is better than a trash can, thought Tim. Still, it made him sad to leave Jack outside and alone. Well, it's getting really rotten now. Whenever chores or play brought Tim to the garden, he looked at Jack. Every time Jack was different. He became wrinkled, and his fierce smile began to look silly. That is kind of a silly smile. Mold spread over Jack's bright orange skin. As the days turned colder, Jack grew flatter. Winter began. Soon Jack was hidden beneath snow, and Tim forgot all about him. The cold, heavy jacket days came. Snowman and sliding days. Indoors days. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day. When all these days had passed and the March winds melted the snow, Tim found Jack. There wasn't much left, just a faded and crumpled pumpkin skin, a stem, and a few seeds. Jack's Halloween magic was a distant memory now. Tim scraped a thin blanket of earth over the last bit of pumpkin. "Goodbye, Jack," he whispered. That's sad. When spring turned barefoot warm, a tiny sprout appeared where Jack had been. Tim found it and guessed what it was. In the days that followed, Tim weeded and watered and watched the sprout. Slowly and steadily, the plant changed and grew. It branched and spread a web of vines over the ground, but no pumpkins appeared. The days turned hot. Flowers opened on the plant each morning, yellow stars that twisted shut forever in the afternoon. Still, there was no pumpkins. Finally, Tim found a little green ball growing behind a crumpled blossom. A pumpkin. Tim let out a whoop and ran to show his mom. By August, the plant had spilled onto the lawn. Tim's favorite game became pumpkin hunting. That sounds fun. He carefully waded among the leaves, searching for green pumpkins like hidden treasures. School began again, and the days cooled. Tim had less time to visit the garden. When he did, the pumpkin plant seemed tired. There were few new leaves, and the old tattered ones no longer hid the fat green pumpkins. Then, one October morning, Tim woke to see frost coating the garden. The frozen plants seemed to change to pale blue glass. After school, Tim discovered what the frost had done. The pumpkin plant's leaves were as limp as wet paper, and it was dying. Tim searched among the withered leaves for the unripe pumpkins. He picked them and put them on the front porch, hoping for one more change. By Halloween, the pumpkins had ripened to a bright orange. There were many, for the plant had been generous. Tim was generous too. He gave all but one away. From jack-o'-lantern to seed to pumpkin again, the circle was almost complete. Now it was time for Tim to do his part. He gave his pumpkin a face. It smiled at him fierce and funny. Tim smiled too and said, "Welcome back, Jack." The end. What a cool story, and how neat it is to see the circle of life through this pumpkin. You know, we had a jack-o'-lantern that became a plant that grew new pumpkins, and how cool that is. So, guys, I hope you all enjoyed hearing Pumpkin Jack. Cool story, and hopefully inspires you as you get ready for your pumpkin chunking activity. Have a great day.